I'm in the process of marking out the sail using this cusp template. I've decided to make each cusp interval, or interval between each cogey, the same, and the cusp depth also the same. I feel this is a good way to start to tension up the wing and see how it looks and how it behaves. Where the leech line goes, I'm sewing a pocket where the leech line is contained. Otherwise, when the sail is folded up, the leech line get into a terrible tangle. I mark off these offcuts of sail fabric into 50mm strips cut on the bias. That means the weave is at 45 degrees to the strip. These fabric strips I will sew around the edge of the cusp to contain the leech line. Sewing it on the bias means that this tape will not distort or affect the stretch of the sail. This is quite a tedious business, cutting all these strips, but I guess it just has to be done. It's now time to start marking out the trailing edge cusps on the sail. I've spread some books out on the sail to keep it flat while I position these templates. This template marks the actual cut. These what appear to be teeth here give the spacing from this template, which marks the seam. Hold the cloth in place before sewing, because it's rather slippery. I'm going to use staples. So first I'll staple a few places, and then I can cut the seam. Now comes the first cut. I have to make sure that I cut the correct line. One line is the seam and one line is a cut. It'll be easy to get confused and cut the wrong line, and then the sail will be short. Here I'm cutting 2 thicknesses of cloth because the sail is double. In here it's a single surface because this is in the middle of the sail where the pilot's pod will be integrated. At the end of each pocket I want to turn over the fabric, and so I'm using this double-sided tape, which is sail making tape called seam stick. Then there's a layer here that peels off. Transparent, you can't see it. Then fold it over on itself. And that makes a tidy, non-fraying end here. I'm trying an experiment to fold over this leech line pocket and use a paper clip. This idea allows me to attach the full leech line pocket with these paper clips and see how it looks with a fastening system that's temporary. I'd like to know if these paper clips will hold the cloth well enough for sewing. If so, it'll make the job much easier.